Too fast! Howdy doody out there in radio TV land. Welcome back with another series or another review on the Hunter Scooter Wraith. Just to follow up, hang on, I'll turn this off, it's noisy, man. No, it's not that noisy, it's alright actually. As you've heard it before, it's not too bad in noise. Just a bit of a review on a catch up on some of the stuff that we had done before in the last review. Just to catch up about on like the services. The oil change, mate, it's simple as one screw here, one screw there, let it leak out, blow the little filter, mate, seriously, it's a tiny little filter around. Lost mode. What you do is you blow it out, you can. I looked at mine last time, I went, there's nothing in that. So I stuck it back in. But I changed the oil at like I said before, I said I was going to change it at 100. I changed it at 500 and I changed it at 1000. Seeing how it's a small motor, change it regularly. Keep the maintenance up on it, it'll treat you well. Another thing I meant to tell you is the fuel. I've done a few tests on the fuel, of course, full on running, 80 kilometres, maybe 90. Now the bad thing about, well, it's not a bad thing, it's not a negative, it's a positive still, but it keeps you safe. The speedo, it's out by 10 Ks. 40 Ks is 40 Ks, 60 Ks is 70, 70 Ks is 80, maybe 2, and then 100 is probably 90. I don't know, I got this thing up, it said 120 K an hour. It's not right, I still had cars passing me, unless there's maniacs on the road. Well, all right, there is maniacs on the roads, especially when you're on that thing. Trust me, keep an eye out for cars because they don't know you're there. Enough of the safety talk, righto. Speedo. Look, you can sit there and go like this, away from the wind and everything else, you might get an extra couple of kilometres an hour. But this looks funny. This, hang on. That looks like a nice ride. This, you need a bigger bike, man, seriously. So don't worry about going really fast because you're not going to. It's a scooter, it's a 170cc, which I reckon what they've done, last year's model, 150cc. This year's model, 170cc. So I reckon they've gone with the motor a little bit to make it larger. It's the same as manufacturers and everything else, you know what they're like. They improve it by a tiny little bit. So next year you'll turn around and go, oh, I've just got to have it, just got to have it. Well, I don't think this is going to get much bigger unless you're going to put like a 500cc. Look, that could be a thought. A 500cc in that. No. Imagine that, man. That'll flog. Be careful on the roads. As they say, stay upright. Tyre I thought might wear out a fair bit because it depends how hard you ride. If you ride pretty hard and you really get down and get the knee out the whole lot, which you don't really get the knee out on this thing. It's like the tyre at the moment has got plenty of wear on it. I thought it was going to be a bit difficult eventually because of wear and tear. And like I said, you don't want to be stuck out in the middle of nowhere and you've got no tyre. Because like I said before in the last video, one person sells this tyre. One person! And they're the vendors that you buy the bike from. Don't try to go to Barrow Repairs, don't try to go to Goodyear. They'll look at you and go, what's that? Small wheel, large fat thing. Unique. Reminds me of a joke about a unique. How do you catch a unique rabbit? You tell me, you don't know? Unique up on it. Bad joke, sorry. All right. How do you catch a tamed rabbit? The tame way? No, bad jokes, look, they're poppy jokes, they're old man jokes, all right? But even still, it's a great bike. If you get out there and about, there's a place up at Redfern, not Redfern, sorry. There is a place at Redfern, I point that way because that's Sydney way. There's one in Redfern, in Alexander Street, I think, or Alexander itself. Sovereign Motorcycles, they sell them. And there's a place in Mango Hill. Yeah, Brisbane, that way. I remember it in 2 seconds. I'm still thinking. Redcliffe. It's up Redcliffe. There's a place up there. It's called Hunter Scooters Redcliffe. Fantastic. Go see them. Tell them Pete sent you. No, don't tell them that. They'll probably kick you out. Doesn't matter. And also, I had one problem with this sofa. I've had 2 problems, but the first problem was the cracked guards, like I said in the first review. The second problem I've had at the moment, which I've contacted Luke, he's the main owner of Hunter Scooters. He's got back to me. I've had a tiny little bit of a leak on this top seal. It's the rear, no, is it rear? Yes, it is, the rear, the left-hand side. The seal has leaked and I had a bit of brake fluid coming out. He said he'll fix it. He's sending me up a part. I'm still waiting for it now, but warranty's there if you need it. Look, you're not going to get much problems with the bike anyway. There's not much of it. There's a frame, a couple of wheels, a motor, blinkers, lights, seats, you know, the whole stuff that a bike normally has, except a whole lot of speed. I'm lucky to get 100 Ks. Like I said, you might get 100 Ks. It's a good little bike. I like it. It's fun. You get heaps of looks. Everyone goes, oh, where'd you get them from, man? And I just say, look, get them from a shop. Square box, roof, glass, windows, doors, and inside you get a motorbike. I like it. It's a great bike. Like I said, Hunter Scooters! Or I call it a skog. Cross between a scooter and a hog. I like riding this. It's cool. Oh, the hog gives me more it's got more speed in it. This one, it's cruising. I forgot to tell you, the seat, somewhere, I'll find it, comes up. Right, lifts up. You can't put nothing underneath. Oh, you could. No, not really. You probably have to get something on the sides because the stuff will fall out and everything else. But the seat does lift. I don't know why it does, but it does. If you're going to go to the shopping centre, buy yourself a lock. So you lock it up, the frame, wheel, to a post. They're not that heavy. Thanks a lot for watching the review on the Wraith scooter. It's a good little bike. I'll let you know in the future about some updates and stuff like that. If anything goes wrong with it. So please turn your notifications on. Please subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Talk to you soon. Oz RV Travels.